Hi, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I'm real happy to be here today to present this Happy Halloween card for Cut Cardstock. And again, it's kind of a dimensional type of thing. It's an internal shadow box. So the first thing I did was took a 4.25 times 11 inch piece of the purple plum cardstock, and I'm folding it in half, and then I'm going to slice a ½ inch off. This is going to be a ½ inch off the back. So again, you can see the back is going to be shorter than the front. And then here I am taking the same size of the Black Knight Curious Metallic cardstock, and I'm scoring it at a ½ inch on one side, and then 5.5 and 6 inches. So I'm just burnishing the edges here. And as you can see, it's going to form a box when it's done, which again goes inside that card and allows us to have some dimension. And again, this was inspired by Jennifer McGuire. So I'm going to cut a hole there in the front, a window in the front. And here I am taking a piece of the Curious Metallic Virtual Pearl, and I'm going to use that for the background. I'm going to blend the blueprint sketch, carved pumpkin, and wilted violet on there to create that kind of spooky sky that you get kind of in the Halloween nights. And so you can see here I'm just blending the colors together to get some colors down on that metallic cardstock. And you can't see it, but it does have a nice little sheen to it. So again, here's my wilted violet coming in and just kind of blending all the colors together here. And here I used an older Spellbinders, actually Halloween die set, and so I've got the picket fence with the cats and the ravens on it, and then I've got the house here. And then what I'm going to do is mount that and cut a little black hill to give it some dimension. So you can see I used a scrap there and kind of just used a curved stitch die to cut that hill out of. And now I'm just kind of looking at the box here, trying to figure out I got to cut windows out of the front of it. So I used a stitched rectangle die to cut the window out. And you can see it's not quite going together well. I kind of missed my mark a little bit. So again, had to come up with a way to fix that, or to make it work better. So again, I ended up increasing that window on the inside. You can see it's, a little bit closer to the edges. So again, that was my mistake, but again, I fixed it and I think it looks just fine. So again, I need a harvest moon. Harvest moon's in yellow. Use the mustard seed distress ink, and again on that Curious Metallic cardstock, and again it just kind of really makes it shine. And I'll just cut that out with that circle die there. So here I'm going to assemble it here. So you can see I was playing with the colors on the back of that cardstock. So you go ahead and again attach that to the base, and so then you've got your box piece, and then we're going to go ahead and put the box piece, or we're going to actually add the pieces here. So I'm going to put my hill in here. And so I just kind of want it to peek out there because I'm going to put the fence in on top of it. And then on the other side, because it doesn't go all the way to the other side, I need to actually do 2 1/4 inch markings. So I have one to kind of pop it up and one to attach it. And then the fence goes there on the front. So now I'm playing with the branches, and I ended up embossing those with the Tim Holtz 3D lumber. And I'm going to attach that to the front and then also to the inside. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and put the box in there. So attaching it to the background, and you can see the box kind of pops up there. And then I'll put my hill in there, and it's a 1/4 inch instead of a ½ inch, so it's going to add a 3rd layer inside my box. So you can see I'm laying it down and then picking it back up, and that's how it's got the dimension. So then I'll go ahead and put the other box in there and make sure that's all functioning well before I add the house. So here's my spooky house. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the fence. Thought about using the glue gun, but then decided I probably should go, or the tape gun, I decided I probably should go ahead and use glue. Would make it stick a little bit better. So just kind of cleaning up the excess and taping it to the edges. Got a little bit of excess there that I will cut off. But you can see the box kind of forms there. And then it does fold flat and goes in an A2 card. So here I put the branch on the front and on the back. So I thought that was kind of nice, so you don't have a gap there. And so then I white heat embossed Happy Halloween and Trick or Treating from one of the Tim Holtz sentiment dies or sentiment stamps. I really wanted to make it pop. And then did the trick or treat on the inside. So here I am kind of putting it all together. I've got one raven on, and now I'm going to put the other raven on from the inside. So again, it makes it a little bit stronger since it's hanging out on that window. Going to re-glue that back on there. But here I have my shadow box card, and you can see when you open it, it kind of opens and provides some dimension. So again, it's been a pleasure posting for Cut Cardstock, and I'd love it if you came over to my social media and followed me. I'm Terry's Mailbox. I've got a blog, I've got a YouTube, I've got Facebook, and an Instagram account. So come follow me. Happy Halloween!